This accomplishment for a teenager who immigrated to the United States from Ethiopia just a few years ago. Fox 4's Alex Boyer has his story. Alex.
Hey guys, pretty uplifting. You know, Hammerson had never traveled outside of his own country until he moved to Dallas with his mom, who is from the U.S. He didn't know a word of English. Now, fast forward just a few years later, he's headed to West Point, and he's the first student from W.T. White to do so in over a decade. It's the last day of class at W.T. White High School in the Dallas ISD.
How many of you are going to be coming to camp this summer? Raise your hands.
Inside Major Nebu Jonas's ROTC class, students are celebrating one of their own.
4 years later, they come out this way.
Graduating senior Hammerson Bakela is headed to West Point Military Academy in July. It's a huge accomplishment for the 18-year-old who moved to Dallas with his mom in 2019 from Ethiopia. He didn't know any English. He recalls the culture shock.
Had no idea about the outside life after, outside of my country.
A few weeks into his freshman year, Bakela met Major Jonas, who is the senior Marine instructor at the school. The chance encounter would change his life. Both moved to Texas from Ethiopia when they were in their teens.
The first word he said was, what's up in my language. It's like, salam no. And I was like, wow. I was so happy, to see someone speaking my language.
It is eerily similar how our lives stories are so much alike.
Jonas encouraged Bakela to join the ROTC class. It's an elective at the school. Bakela began to flourish.
He was a guy who worked hard. If I give him a 95, he'll come and say, so what do I have to do to make this 100? And if I say 100 push-ups, he'll go and do that.
Bakela's English began to improve, and the ROTC program gave him confidence.
And now, he's basically flying, and it is kind of a joy to see.
Bakela is the first W.T. White student to attend West Point in more than a decade. He recalls the moment he was accepted.
I ran, told my mom, told Major, and it was amazing.
After serving his country, Bakela wants to become a doctor and help people back home in Ethiopia, where his father still lives.
I also want to invest in my country, Ethiopia, about its medical technology and stuff.
Major Jonas knows there's no stopping what he can do.
He's got the drive. He will work hard. I am very proud.